get Ogre. Get Bloodlust on the Marauder. Full Warlord top of that.
He's already got a lot of attack speed. I don't think
and the attack speed from Leap, and you're maxed out. Okay.
So it has been.
With none of those
just imagine the possibilities.
Have you heard of diminishing returns?
Additive. Additive attack speed.
But it has been secret picking the Ogre.
Either way, I mean, think about this. You don't even need to level Leap
5 seconds
to get the attack.
They did actually play Ogre once. Who knows?
Leap is like the least important skill on Marauder.
So many levels, dude.
It's not like it's been buffed time and time.
They're taking their time, though.
Yep. Decide where this is going in terms of
they
direction.
banned Jakiro and Warlock. What do we do?
Team secrets turn to pick.
The Leshrac.
Yeah. I almost kind of feel like this ends up being 3-3 Naga maybe or something, or possibly a Peter Naga? I don't know. It's a little awkward.
I like mid ones pajama.
Accent and relax.
Very comfy.
Might as well just wear the hotel robe, honestly.
No, they gotta wear the team jerseys.
I didn't get
You can get it over top.
Yeah,
open the closet. There's two, dude.
Oh, I haven't opened the closet.
Bottom half.
So they take the Rubik for themselves.
Yeah. Ooh, does that... So it's normally YapzOr on the Rubik, but it's also YapzOr on the Sky, but we have also seen mid one on the Sky in the groups yesterday.
I think Puppey's going to give control to YapzOr.
I would not be surprised. But does that mean that this is a core Sky, or are we going to see Puppey play one of the two?
5 seconds.
Yeah, okay. Sick hero.
Either.
That is a good question, though. Yeah, we're not sure. I mean, it's already going to be a well-amplified Skywrath Mage if it's going to be a core. He's set up from the Roar, and he's going to have an offensive null field possibly to help him out. Not that he really needs additional bursts, right, with the Ancient Seal. But
can't hurt, though.
Yeah, you always want to give as much as you can to something like a core Skywrath Mage. Do you really want to go core Sky in Game 3, though? Doesn't he feel a bit risque?
I mean, they can keep that a secret.
Exactly.
Keep it a secret.
I didn't do that on
Great
purpose.
stuff, guys.
Team secrets turn to pick.
Ooh, Brewmaster.
Feels that way. Yeah.
How easy is that to steal? Primal Split.
Very easy.
I mean, you have to survive it, though.
Yes.
That's the issue.
Afterwards, it's very easy. Because when he comes back, if you do want to use another spell, the clap has a long animation, and you get actually...
Haze, pretty slow, too, honestly.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you gotta
interesting.
Survive the split itself.
I kind of have problems if it's a Peter Naga. I feel like, I don't know, maybe he won't be able to fully utilize in terms of the ideas of like getting that farm on the hero. Like, if your game starts maybe not going the way you want, Naga's been a hero that traditionally you're able to like spread out those illusions, get some farm going for yourself, really create these big moments, and I would rather have Zai on that, honestly. But the Leshrac idea in terms of the laning phase does feel like that's where Zai kind of slots in, because they've had this very good synergy going together with Zai and 3-3.
Is Skywrath not a counter to Brewmaster as well?
Yeah.
That silence is a very long time.
That's where the global concussive shock.
Hey.
You just got to get the 1 out of 5. No problem.
Seems tricky.
Yeah, roar into silence.
Now, is there any way, based on this brew pick, that YapzOr is saying, I want to play Rubik no matter what? Because that looks like a fun. You get Split Earth, you get Leap,
you get Arrow,
Song. I mean, there's actually really a lot.
It's a really fun Rubik game. I would like to see YapzOr on that.
Dire team ban.
I almost feel like
I think I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
But that means Skywrath will not have a ridiculous level.
Yeah.
If it's Puppey playing.
There are some squishier heroes too. It kind of feels like I'd rather have it on my Sky than my Rubik. I don't think the steals are that incredible, honestly, for a Rubik game. I mean, they're okay, but there's no like.
I'd say it's better than
hallmark.
average.
Really? I don't
Better
think
than
so.
average. Really?
Yeah, I think you're overrating Split. I think a lot of fights are over after a Split. I don't think there's many times you actually steal Split and change the
What
game.
about Split?
Yeah, that one's okay. Sure.
Oh, okay.
Leshrac spells are great, but like Marana as well isn't that incredible. And Naga Siren, it's the same deal with the Song. Like
Song is hard to
Rubik
steal.
doesn't survive through Song that often.
Oh, plus you can just cast your.
Yeah. watching that one. So yes, Gods, well said. The Ember banned out. Always this like problem coming to that 5th pick. You're not sure what's going to happen from Team Secret. The Meepos, the Arc Wardens, the Embers. Yeah.
But at least Optic has 1 pick to reply to whatever Secret does.
Exactly.
But what's the Arc Warden is just so frustrating. I mean, I guess the answer is speed. Honestly,
What do you
it
think of
feels like you
Bloodseeker?
have to go. Yeah, always very good.
Turn to
You
team
guys like Bloodseeker?
Drow Ranger.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm considering that almost just as risky as a Skywrath core, honestly.
That is.
That is surprising. Because what is it? It's just gyro for the aura, right?
Yeah, but
Well-
the inner beast aura as well, in terms of like just like general 5-man Dota is very strong. The null field aura there
Doesn't
too.
Rubik have a damage talent? Not the way you're
He
looking
used
at
to.
me.
I actually can't remember if they took it away.
I thought he had a 50 damage talent.
I don't think he does now.
All right, I'm gonna look this up while you guys discuss the
He might.
draft.
You're supposed to know. I thought now that Aghanims aren't relevant, you're the
They do.
talent guy.
Every single patch they change the
A
talent. It's too
good
much.
a good call, Sunsfan.
Oh, wrong team. Okay.
No, no, no.
That's
This was
fine.
what you meant all along,
Sure.
wasn't
Yep.
it?
Yes.
That's,
Yes.
Yep.
Genius.
Exactly.
All right. See, I knew it.
Yeah. They also don't have the defensive support for a Spectre.
Oh, that is a classic though. He like that is one of his most played heroes. I want to say, like
just not like
throughout his
the-
career.
Yeah, it's not a hard farm.
Yeah. Well, you don't know. I'm gonna ask you how it goes.
Better figure it out there, bud.
10 seconds remaining.
Yes.
Yes.
That was
5 seconds remaining.
what, 3 damage, 6 damage? I don't know.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Secret or Optic? I need an answer.
Drow's in my camp with Bat Rider. No thanks. I'm gonna have to go for Optic.
All right.
Oh, this is so 50-50. I don't know. I'm gonna
I
go
know.
secret on this because the YapzOr Rubik prove you wrong. He's gonna steal some really good stuff. So secret for me.
Gods, you
Just
haven't been
barely.
wrong yet. The
Wait.
pressure's on.
I'm gonna go.
You love the
Do not-
steals. Just say it.
Yeah, the steal.
Thank you.
The steal.
Thank you.
All right.
NA. Extremely.
Thank
Well,
you.
we're gonna find out exactly how strong NA is in this next third game with Toby and Kyle.
Drow Ranger is extremely strong, but mainly because she makes everyone else strong. What a lovely pickup. Kyle, don't you agree?
Yeah, I kind of like it. I like especially that Optic was completely out of time. So Secret waited and waited with that final ban. Immediately take Drow. And it's one of those heroes you need to react to with thought. And
Yeah.
They had 30 seconds.
Yeah. Well, you came up instantly with like Phantom Assassin. Like, you think of the gap closes, but so many were banned out. Like the Lycan was already removed, the Slark was taken out.
Yep.
These are the normal one positions where the Drow just cannot deal with it properly.
I talked about it last draft when the Bloodseeker was taken in the same, by second pick, but his 4th pick. I think it's much better in that spot. I really don't like last pick Bloodseeker. And I don't think he synergizes too well with cores like Mirana and Brew. You're not adding to their damage output too much. Like a buff Mirana, how many items is he going to need for that to be viable? And do you really close the gap on a Drow? You're going to rupture him, but if you can't get past Gyro Beast, what do you do?
It was also the debate we were having instantly. Obviously, but some of you may know I studied the Drow Ranger very closely. If Optic can actually kill the Drow before Gyro gets his combo off. If Gyro has a BKB, then the answer is no. If the Drow Ranger gets up in the air by the Brewmaster, the aura is still on the field. So you're still giving everything you want to give anyway, and then you're also enabling a harassing lane YapzOr. Like, at this point, you're like, hey, YapzOr, you want to get that plus 60 damage and then have a Drow buff up and just zone out anyone that you want to find? I like the lineup from Team Secret, but I never want to underestimate a Leshrac and a Bloodseeker. These are 2 heroes who have been very successful.
It's a Peter Leshrac.
It is
gonna buy a lot of
PPD.
wards.
Yeah, you're right. He's not going to tank through a lot.
I just feel like they lost last game because they had
Hang
a
on,
total
how's-
lack.
How does he actually play in this lane? Like,
30
Puppey's going to
seconds
orb
to
the
battle.
crap out of him, and once the Drow Ranger hits like level 3, level 4, the level 2 cold arrows is enough that you can actually just slow down the Leshrac so much that you can't fight. And the melee versus a Drow Ranger is not a fun thing.
Yeah, but it's Brew. I mean, he does have 1 armor, which is problematic, but at least he has the ability to draw out a W.
It's that increased, right? Like, what was it, +3 damage on the Drow Ranger base attack?
Well, they nerfed the aura level 1
man.
considerably. So you need to put a couple extra points into it. It doesn't scale as well as it did previously.
Yeah, +3 damage is what she's given to the field right now. It's pretty crap.
I don't think Optic have gap close. Once again, that was the issue in that last game. They had no method of actually pressuring Secret, and I feel like it's that same spot where at a certain point, Secret's draft just does so much damage. And
Well,
how do you kill Drow?
That's a very nice entry ward. Gets rid of the obs. That wasn't even blocking the camp. That was just there for vision. So Optic Gaming knew what they can get away with because they've left 33 by himself on the bottom lane against this dual lane because PPD was rotating over towards the mid. I don't know if he was looking to help out. There is a sentry ward down behind the lane. So FATA versus CCNC.
I like the choice to put Beastmaster mid. I think he, I've seen Bloodseeker previously. No one just bodied a gyrocopter. I do not think you can play that hero against the Bloodseeker mid. And FATA with 68 base damage, 4 armor, like, he can just, look at this.
Oh my lord, FATA! Okay, yeah, CCNC does not want to be there. And you're right, great lane switch up. This allows the old-fashioned, like, they haven't actually gone it because YapzOr went for Feybolt level 1. But telekinesis into Rocket Barrage high levels is a really good way of getting kills on the offlane of Team C2.
I mean, just watching this mid matchup, Beastmaster's just doing so well. Obviously, he already forced 1 salve, the purchase of another by CCNC coming out, so well played by him just to understand the lane matchup. Bloodseeker is really only weak in those early levels. After that, it's just so easy to keep yourself sustained.
Hence attack now. Puppey's getting into the back lines to try and take out range creeps. Mid one's feeling a little bit too pressured. The PPD. At all, that's a lot of work, especially with the concussive shot. Puppey has got himself a mango available. PPD's going to miss the stun. Will not follow up with lightning. He's already low enough on mana as it is.
You can see that the constant Drunken Haze spam is just so annoying as a Drow because
FATA.
buying a stick doesn't help you.
That may be it. He's got the movement speed on CCNC. A quick salve gives the extra life. FATA has to go to the tower. He's got access available, and there it is. Spilling the first blood. Oh, hello, Skywrath Mage. Comes to say hello.
The second time I think CCNC's died mid 1v1 in the series. Playing well, but again, he's constantly seeming just to be slightly worse than the opponents he ends up against in that laning phase. But
hey, he's an old dog of the mid lane. He's Mr. Mecha Builder. Run those utility mids back in the day. They're chasing mid one. TP's coming in from Puppey. Early gust level for the Drow Ranger, so no cold arrows, just trying to push back the bottom lane. And goodbye Ace, goodbye Zai. A 1-for-1 trade-off, but Jara for a Naga is not what Team Secret was looking for.
You'll take that though. I really don't think it matters whether it's a core or support in the laning phase. Just delay the game trade. I think for an offlane gyro, you can't really hope for much more. Beastmaster's far enough ahead of mid that I think you're fine with how this is playing out. Bottle picked up by FATA. Love the choice. He's going to just continue to crush this lane if he has mana for more axes.
Yep. And CCNC has no real answers to that, right? Like he's going in for Aquila by the looks of it.
But that's the 3rd salve he's had to use. It's so much dead gold.
That 13.6 CS looks nice, but his net worth is below that of the Drow Ranger. He's 1160 to the 1800 of the Beastmaster.
And Drow is like, you're not the greatest laner. If you can get to level 6 like at this rate, you know, in an even game, you're fine with that.
Yeah. It's like the worst thing in the world for a Drow Ranger is being forced into a defensive tri lane. Mid one is being attacked. BPD and 33 are forcing him back behind the tier 1 tower, but they're not zoning him totally out of the lane.
I like what mid one did. He went 1-1. Well, he saved a point, but he put a point in dust, which you need to do to just force 3-3 away, prevent the clap.
Oh, it's a DD room for Beastmaster.
Top.
Yeah, real issues. Starfall comes down. YapzOr trying to make a breakaway. They have the leap and then the range damage. Ace is in the same kind of problem. Rocket Barrage out a hell of a lot. Zai underneath the tower. Rocket Barrage coming back off cooldown. But Zai and Pycat are both able to escape. Consumables, however, not really their bag at the moment. But bottom lane, underneath the tower, 33 dives. Looking for that kill on the mid one, keeping the pressure up. The TP support is on the way. Ace is actually lane switching. I don't know if he can really do this. I think he can harass the bottom lane, but he needs to give mid one that 6.
Oh, they're going to find this kill. Nice lift.
Out CCNC. Turns down the blood right, but with that double damage from FATA is too much.
And yeah, top lane's going rough, but
Oh my god, it's Jaradat is going to get a kill on the bottom lane. You're looking for that extra. Combining with the Gyrocopter, he's got flat cannon up anyway, so they would have found it. The cold arrows, the body block from Ace, and the creep wave behind him. Looking to go underneath the tower, but 10 stick charges from 33. He knows he's got a lot of survivability, and Ace using the tower to then flat cannon, forcing the stick charges out of 33. The YapzOr's rotated over. He's ready for this kill. Pick up, throw him down, fade bolt, and they've got it.
Well played, and Ace making a great rotation, recognizing I can't go back top, I'll keep beating. I'll rotate first into the Drow's lane, find these kills, and that's fine. That's what Gyro needs to do in this sort of game. He's the space maker. He's not the hard carry.
Another kill to go out against the Bloodseeker. One more attack will do it. The Naga net's available, and 3 heroes to stun from PPD canceling that TP out. One of the 3 heroes that came to help, but that was 4 heroes from Optic into the mid.
He lands the kill because he waited for the Blood Rage on self, and then landed the Roar Axes. That damage amp, the Bloodseeker just exploded. Meantime, Puppey's just top because, again, Gyro can't be here, but now that the Naga's left to go deal with the rotations, Puppey can just sit up here, spam. Mirana can't kill him by himself.
Easy times for a Skywrath mage, get easy levels. A little bit harder for Drow Ranger, and also a little bit harder for Zai. Came to the mid lane, level 4, trying to get that illusion rune of YapzOr to get in front of Zai. The dunk is there from the homing missile, but real issues for Ace as Pycat. He has enough damage to get the kill. Ace, no matter where he goes, just seems to be having real problems.
I mean, that's the life of an offlane Gyro. One of the weaknesses of running these 3-core lineups, Beastmaster obviously is bodying the mid lane, but it means that one of your cores is going to have a rough game, and in this case, it's both of them, because yeah, Ace is feeding a bit, but he's only 50 GPM or 50 net worth behind the Drow with no deaths, and it's another example of just how meaningless deaths seem to be. Their CS is the same, but their net worth is also equal. Drow about to be level 6 though, and that's where the game turns for
Observer one, perfect pickup. Zai, no way to. Oh wait, hang on. Yep, there you go. YapzOr needed the extra hit in. They put their observer wards so they could see around the edge of the tree line, and FATA, that Mr. High Net Worth man, looking to build a Necro book, and also looking to do a lot of damage to the Tier 1 tower on top, which so far is going uncontested. All Optic are focusing on the southern and mid part of the map.
Blame him. They gotta help the Bloodseeker. That's one of those heroes that either snowballs or seems to fall off the planet. Mid again, are they gonna get him?
Yeah, they're gonna pick up the Bloodseeker. He's got no way. He's got Rupture available, but doesn't want to burn it.
If he had Blood Raged himself, I think they might land that kill. Or if mid one hits 6. Unfortunately, he's just like 40 experience away, or that kills for certain.
TP's coming in. Mirana towards the top.
Brew split active as well. Drow is very susceptible to getting dove, or he might just TP, counter react to the next dive Secret tries to pull off. Their team fight really is not there for quite some time. 3-3's game is great.
Drow did just hit level 6, however. So if Brewmaster wants to go for this, he's kind of got to split before he gets in range of the Drow, because it's a level 2 gust. So having that 4-second silent duration should be enough time. Meanwhile, up on top, Moonlight Shadow, is out. Ensnare into Arrow onto FATA. He's pretty damn tanky, and they're going to rupture him as well. They really want that kill. That's 4 for 1. And yet, Drow Ranger, 33 is right on top. Mid one didn't see it, and the gust, he misses it.
Well
the
played.
Brewmaster split perfectly timed from 33, and mid one has no real way to survive this. No teammates to come in to help him out, and Drow Ranger will fall.
Man, that's great intuition from 3-3. Hiding in the trees, so maybe he's teleporting. The Drow isn't for certain. He expects that, but he utilizes the Invis cast for the top lane fight to set up the kill on Drow. It's just really good awareness, and well played by 3-3, kind of demonstrating why he's seems to be like the next superstar in the making, in truth. Like, completely undiscovered till he joined the Optic roster late in the season.
Just
he's rapidly moved from the 4 position to the 1 position.
But really right now, getting any kind of class out of your 3 position, teams are very happy with this. YapzOr, smoke, cover, FATA. No roar up just yet, 17 seconds before it's going to come off cooldown, so they don't have the instant control on CCNC. That's where they rely on Puppey's Seal and Mystic Flare. And YapzOr's control factor, which they have. Pick him up, throw him back in. Oh, you don't even need Mystic Flare.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Starstorm steal from YapzOr. It's such a great spell. Part of the reason they like that third pick Rubik. And whenever there's a Mirana and a Lesha in the game, you're guaranteed to get some kick-ass abilities at all times.
Fourth death from Bloodseeker.
Still
He's still a 2.8k. Like,
you're fine with this, man.
hilariously enough, like, then again, no, I'm not really surprised. YapzOr has more net worth than that of the Drow Ranger or the Gyrocopter.
Yeah.
Or at least he did. Now the Drow Ranger gets a little bit ahead with the Ancients.
Typical secret.
Typical YapzOr, but you look at Puppey and YapzOr, like their burst combination for rotations is so strong with Magical Pop.
Great warding again from Optic, though. They saw them use that Shrine. 3-3 is going to know he's got to play safe bottom. 3 heroes are moving in his direction. A smoke as well from Optic. They're sniffing this out, sitting on high ground. No song available in the...
Beastmaster, he's going to get the Arcane. Yeah, he's going to bottle it up. Thought Optic may send an illusion down from Nagataran to just remove it.
The weakness of Mirana, though, even though he's so far ahead of the Gyro, he can't actually keep him out of lane by himself. He's going to wrap around, try and land an arrow. If he does, he'd get a kill, but it's obviously easier said than done, especially at daytime.
This observable has given so much good information for Optic, but they can't capitalize on it. Puppey harasses back Targa. Meanwhile, up on top, Pycat goes for the jump, and hello. That return damage from the Gyrocopter comes thick and fast, and so does the TP from FATA.
No one in the bottom lane now. The Brew is just too strong. He's going to have a Blink Dagger picked up as well, and this is the strength of the hero. The Optic lineup straight out of the LGD playbook, utilizing the Brew-Mirana combination. Your team fight is incredible, and the Mirana ult and the mobility of the hero gives you the skirmish capabilities as well. But again, they have to be concerned about mid-game team fights into a Gyrocopter BKB. That flag cannon with Drow is going to do tons of damage, and again, later on in the game, can you gap close on the Drow? If they kill the Brew, Optic is in big trouble.
Yep. Ace is using that bonus damage right now to try and bring down the top lane. And yep, Blink clapped out, the catapult already finished. Actually, no, Mirana denied the tower, so they removed that gold. Cooldown is nice, combining with the Fable. They'll pick up Mirana and throw him back down again. Rubik just taking it for the team. Returns the arrow, but he will die as Pycat leaps away to safety. But Ace and FATA back behind the tower and disengage from the Brewmaster ultimate. The sacrifice is still, however, that top tier 1 tower denied by Optic. A lot of money goes begging for Team Secret.
You'll take that, though. You're very willing to trade a YapzOr Rubik for the Brew split. In the meantime, you buy space for Drow, prevent the tower from going down. But man, Optic's team fight's looking scarier and scarier. I forgot they also have that Naga song and the Bloodright combination. We saw Team Secret do this way back in the day. I think in ESL Frankfurt 2015. That climactic finals up against EG. Haven't seen either of those teams in the final for quite some time, but one much longer than the other.
I remember Secret's final when Kuro was still playing for them. Remember the great hero that appeared during that game?
I don't recall what you're saying, Toby, and I'd like you to... I knew that, but I'm not that.
Yeah, I know.
Moving on. Bloodseeker farming out bottom. He's going to Bloodright. I'm going to keep talking over you. We're not talking about that hero that must not be named.
YapzOr, 33 has Blink Dagger, jumps away from the initiation of the Rubik. And what does he get? He gets Drunken Haze. Just love it. Pycat, trouble, Puppey. Mystic Flare didn't do enough damage. FATA's moving so quick in, but Pycat with these leaps jumps in, jumps out.
So hard to kill any of these Optic cores. They're all have mega survivability in their own way. Brew with the split, mobility of Bloodseeker Mirana. And man, this new Moonlight Shadow is so good. 18-second duration. We've seen 2 fights now set up thanks to it, and comes off cooldown 20 seconds, as does this Brew split in 30. So I'd like to see Optic make another move, preferably for this bottom or mid tower.
I actually wonder too now, like, do you get, like, because it was always the +2 multi-shot Sacred Arrows, but now you have a 2-second downtime on Moonlight Shadow. Because it's 18-second duration, and then it's negative 80 seconds Moonlight Shadow duration at level 25 tower. You just go perma-invis.
Pretty much. I like that talent a lot, in truth. You know how annoying it is to buy that many sentries?
Yeah.
If you lose your gem, how do you actually find the enemy team? But level 25 is quite some
it's
far in the future.
It's a distance away, but you're running your core Mirana, so it's going to come a lot faster than whatever would in that support role.
Gyro, the big timing hero for Secret, but he's actually going to go for a Yasha before that BKB. He skipped drums, though, so don't mind too much. Would like to see somebody pick that.
This is nice for PPD. If only he was actually had time to do the D-ward of the obs. Team Secret actually scanned that, so when PPD came down, they knew about it before. That's why you saw the Beastmaster turn around.
Here comes the play, though. They have the Brew Split and the Blink ready, so Optic always ready to force fights. Secret playing cat and mouse, and for the next 10 minutes or so, they are certainly the mouse.
That's why they're fade bowling and axing the creep wave. If they keep it down, they keep it away from the tower, it makes it a lot harder for Optic to dive. But that's why they use Zai. They just send out the Illusion army looking for the heroes, and FATA's gone a little bit further east. He's actually cut out so hard, he's TPing towards the mid lane. They're going to try and gank on CC&C. The axes, they don't have the vision on the hill. Actually, yeah, they do. They have the Observer ward down, they just didn't go for the roll. But, okay, PPD gets nuked. YapzOr and Puppey. The kill combo.
No tower being pressured, Rupture available, but I don't think it's going to be used.
They have to be careful about that magical pop. It's not just the normal, like, Mystic Flare. YapzOr stole 2 points up in Lightning Storm. Go with the 4 points Fade Bolt.
This is really good for Secret. They're getting a ton of tower pressure. They will lose bottom, but Ace look how far Ace pushed that tower up top. There's going to be 2 or 3 waves dying to Optic's tier 2. That's like 3 heroes.
And Optic aren't getting it. Icat's moving up now for it. And then mid lane denied again. Bloodseeker will take this one. More money begging for Team Secret. They haven't actually, like, 2 tier 1 towers have fallen and they haven't got money from either of them.
So unfortunate.
Song of the Siren from Zai. FATA, oh, he turned around and walked back into it. Now Pycat, arrow, perfect timing to turn off the Song of the Siren. Very, very simple for players of this caliber.
Brew Split mid.
Yeah, they're killing Puppey. DCNC was pretty low. He'll get the last hit in, so a little bit of extra life into the call down. It's YapzOr trying to help with the fight. The Brewmaster is able to escape with just his small little Brewling.
3 cores of Optic all firmly in the lead now, but again, that late game scenario, at a point, that Gyro BKB will come online. That should get Secret through the mid game, and like last game, I think a lot of this game is going to be centered around Roshan. And Brew, Naga are the team fight dominators until the BKBs come online. But later on in the game, those Brewlings are going to die to a flak, plus a couple Drow attack.
Speaking to dominators, mid one just picked one up.
I love that choice. It's super good in this game. You need someone to buy it, and Brew's going Necro instead. Or sorry, Beast is going to go Necro, and he needs that Shadow Blade. They have no method of initiation in finding kills, capitalizing on the vision advantage of Hawks right now, so Beast has got to do it himself. Here comes a smoke from Secret.
Yeah, they're putting four players together. Mystic Flare's off cooldown. As you said, no split. Moonlight Shadow is available, and it's actually a smoke gang from Optic. They're wrapping around through the north. They're going to come underneath their own dire observe ward where they saw FATA moving, but then Moonlight Shadow, they come in close. The smoke breaks on Team Secret. They understand there's a lot of players around them, and we're in a 5-on-5 situation. The courier gets popped in the back lines. They want the initiation. Puppey is slowing down Bloodseeker, but the Blade Mail is already done, so Bloodseeker going Blade Mail first item this time.
I like it a lot this game because there's multiple heroes that can't turn their damage off. You run into the Skywrath ult or the Gyro Flag, Gyro ult, you're going to do so much return damage.
Team Secret is going to go into Roshan. Well, if Optic don't want to fight, Bruce splits down for 30 seconds, and they have an alpha.
Oh yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about.
Plus the 45 damage coming in from the Drow Ranger. Yeah,
but it's all the wolf. Let's be real.
It's all the
5 minutes. That's a really nice objective they take. Trade smokes. Well, funny, you trade the smoke for the Mirana ult. Optic doesn't actually invest too much, although I guess they smoked around at the start of the fight, so it works out well. Now you just buy that time for Gyro BKB. Thing about the draft is while Optic has the lead in some ways, Secret needs to win far fewer fights to actually take the game. It's easier for them to shove lanes, and at a certain point you find 2 pickoffs. Those heroes have no buyback. You're getting at least 1 rack. You do so much structure damage.
PPD, I think, was willing to wait a little bit longer before he ran out of there, but his haste rune was wearing off, so a lot of pings, and we'll see if Team Secret worked out the warding mission that Peter just went on.
They don't get countered, though. Those are excellent ward.
Yeah,
So
but they did see him move out of that little tree area, so more than likely they know about the one in the mid lane. They just need the money for the sentries. Puppey just bought some.
I'm not. So we get the Maelstrom finished on the Mirana. Looks like he's got a Lincoln's queued up next, but I'm not sure I'm a believer in that. But once again, trying to ensure that the FATA Beastmaster doesn't get free roars off, because much like Alina, Mirana just dies to roar and a Necro Book from Beast.
Seems there are a lot of ways for them to actually trigger that Lincoln.
True.
Like YapzOr can just do it by himself with a stolen ability, and I like how too he's holding on to like the idea. It's like, okay, I can get both Arcanes and I can get Blink Dagger. This could be fantastic. They get rid of the Observer Ward. Sentry goes down in the trees.
The value arrow though takes out the HOD Wolf Creep, 200 gold and 30% damage for both.
Well, now Ace has to deal with only plus 84 damage to his 103. Life is difficult for a Gyrocopter. They get rid of the homing missile.
Yeah, I love this Bloodseeker build as well. Blade Mail into immediate Ogre Axe. He's making himself a target, but if you're Secret, you really don't want to go for him. 1700 HP.
Regeneration.
Bounty runes.
Yeah, Optic are bailing out for them all. Ace has already managed to grab one, but the rest belong to Optic. And it looks like also Pike. Wow. The nuke damage. The Brewmaster split does come in, but Flat Cannon's available for Ace and the Aegis the Immortal. So now you'll see just how well the Brewmaster split works. Trying to pull him away. PPD stands around. Ace almost happy. They let the Urn go and the Flat Cannon damage. Ace has the double kill. The Earth Ruling is still here. He's going to switch back in and then blink up. Concussive shot will fly. He begins the TP and Rubik cannot reach him. Silence cannot get it off.
How did Ace live? I think that... Oh! YapzOr buffed him. He stole Blood Rage, and Ace healed himself off the Leshrac kill. That last Flat Cannon, thanks to the YapzOr blast into Urn Charge, actually saves the Aegis for Ace. And whenever you get an advantage on a ground strike, this is the problem.
This isn't what you wanted, CCNC. YapzOr's going to be here. He's not stealing it once again because it was only going to be Blood Right. But Ace becomes the filter. There's no Brewmaster split. Call down and Flat Cannon. They'll turn it on. The Gus onto 33. That damage spill is so huge. And they have the heal still up and running.
He buffed Blood's Gyro again. Oh my gosh.
Well, Gyro is trapped instead up, so down in the tree line. It will be CCNC going down, but Mid one's going to get back. Ace, the Aegis Immortal will finally break, but the cost. Die. Song of the Siren, stolen by YapzOr. The Gush, it actually can't reach him, but he blinks forward. They silence the silenced Naga. Moonlight Shadow is out. They don't know where he is. Where is the detection? Die will break out of this in 2 seconds, but YapzOr dust on the wrong side. It's still a tier 1 tower and a win fight for Team Secret.
Yeah, and this is the thing about draft strats. If you get those initial kills, all of a sudden you can't take a fight. They just mow down your building. This is going to be 2 towers. And it's so fast, you don't even have the time to deal with the creeps on the other side of the map.
And Mid one's gonna be so happy. 22 minutes in, you've hit level 13 on the Drone Ranger, so that level 2 marksmanship is already up and running. Like, Ace is loving this as well. It's his BKB coming on the Courier. Just flew underneath the Dire Observer Ward.
Wasn't he behind? What happened?
Yeah, he was behind, and then Rubik happened. Blood raged up, survives the fight, gets 2 kills. And then they just kept going after that. Like, he killed for PPD as well as 33 in that fight after getting the 2 kills. And he got 590 gold from the kill on Pycat in the first fight.
It's so big, too, because not only do you get the towers, but now they get vision placed and they steal Dire Jungle. Like, a huge win for Secret. And that puts them in a position where that fight for second Roche, you get that, maybe you just take the game. Look at the swing.
Yeah, we're going vertical. FATA has his Shadow Blade. He's looking at his second level in Necro Book.
Wow, Soul and Thunderclap, that might be big. And
Especially when he's got Blink Dagger.
Yeah, you can see like the issue with the Brew item build, I love the Blink, but no scaling item. So he's going to go for Crimson Guard next. Look at his net worth. He was the top in the game. But when you go purely initiation and then defensive with your toolkit, I mean, you just fall off and look top. FATA, Shadow Blade, another kill.
Goes for the roll with the Necro Books. He's got enough. PPD, if he kills the Necros, he dies. If he doesn't kill the Necros, he dies. Either way, PPD dies.
Yep.
New item as well that arrived for the Draw Ranger is the Shadow Blade. It actually got sent back on the Courier, so as they smoke now, the Courier is still bringing it out.
They see Bloodseeker on the ward. Brother can do it. Blink on YapzOr, here it comes.
Yep, jump in, pick him up, throw him down, Thunderclap, steals Blood Rage, CCNC. He gets the Blade Mail off in the last fraction of a second of the Mystic Flare.
And you can see why they pick Skywrath so high priority on Secret. They have 2 heroes, it seems, every single draft. This game, it's the Rubik and the Beast. Immediate kill. If you get the Bloodseeker before Blade Mail gets popped, that's not a defensive tool anymore. You just explode to the magic damage. That offensive null field plus the Skyrat? I mean, come on, that was level 12. Like, you don't live.
I also cannot believe how fast they're getting to their items. So you already have the Blink Dagger over on YapzOr, but both Puppey as well as YapzOr will be reaching Yule Scepters pretty soon. So even if you initiate on any of these guys, they can dispel any kind of effect, or they can just wait out the Rupture. They can take out the Bloodseeker. He runs forward until that BKB's up. Susceptible to Yule Scepter too.
It's just they just need to buy time. Optic is on a clock in a team fight. There's the song setup, there's the Bruce split duration, and there's the Bloodseeker Rupture. If you can buy time, get through these spells, even the Mirana Invis, look, the sustained damage of Secret needs no explanation. You've got a Beast Drow Gyro core. Yeah. All you have to do is increase the duration of the fight using items like Yule's, like BKB, buy time, and then your damage has no... you just... You leave a team fight in the microwave for too long, it's going to do the same thing as aluminum foil. And it's going to blow up all over Optic, and they're going to be very upset with themselves.
Yeah. Especially after their performance in their victory already in this series. But Team Secret, they're grouping up on top. They're ready to fight. That bonus damage, they are actually keeping themselves a little bit further behind FATA. But the Alpha Wolf is here. So, plus damage for all.
It's a scary thing for a Drow lineup. When you're this strong, you can just group as 5 even against Naga Brew. Oh.
Zai's got the Song of the Siren. They're going to burn the Crimson Guard very early on. They wanted to jump fight this, but mid one pops the Shadow Blade, hides away. And now Team Secret, they pop their own Shadow Blade on FATA. Looking for the initiation. Blood Ride is down. FATA will have to dodge it for half a second. And we're in for a 4-on-5 fight because they do not have the Mirana yet. You'll need a TP in towards the tower. Yeah, he's looking for the Brood.
I love the
Shadow's
positioning.
been burned. Here's their movement forward. Moonlight Shadow, but the seal! They take outside. There's no Song of the Siren. Ace actually being buffed up once again under the cover of the BKB. They already took the tower. The roar out from FATA. They have detection of Elvis. The homing missile. It'll go into Pycat, allowing FATA to beat him down. Zai will finally get the Song of the Siren off, but it's split up so heavily in the fight. They're just trying to kill Puppey with the rest of this Brewmaster split. While up in the lane, the focus is out on the Drone Ranger. Pick up, throw down. Rubik buys time. It's a Blood Rage Drone Ranger. Min 1 just wrecks space.
Oh my gosh.
That's a tier 3 tower, I think. I think that's actually the tier 3 tower. They can't defend this.
The Beastmaster aura, the Wolf, the Rubik stealing Blood Rage. Once again, that drop. This is exactly what I mean. You win one fight. It's...
Oh my god.
Crimson Guard isn't doing anything.
It's a 430 attack speed. It's a damage over 250. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's top racks. They take range only. Mirana's about to respawn. This is fair. They are not giving Optic an inch.
I like the decision. You don't want to lose a couple of critical cores here. You now opened up the tier 3 of the shrines, and most importantly, Roche is up. So throwing there means that now you lose Roche too, and all of a sudden Optic is ahead. Now you're good. 9k advantage. Here's the fight. So they immediately initiate on Ace. He does not die. Gets the BKB off. Again, that critical item.
Yep.
And they're running away from him. He's at 300 HP, but you can't fight him because he'll flak everybody.
Well, they're also so fearful because you just jumped in so far forward with FATA. And Zai, you think at this moment he's coming back. And then PPD is like, oh, I can get the stun. Can I get the stun?
Nope. And that's blink out of song. If you don't have an immediate cancel, you're always able to blink out of song. So well played by Rubik. He immediately steals that Blood Rage, and as we saw, that keeps Drow alive and secures the damage to then take that tier 3 in range racks. And now Roche is dead. All of a sudden, that Drow lineup is just going to barrel down the mid lane. They have no fear whatsoever.
Yeah. They're loving this. And they put the Aegis Immortal onto A so he can be the front liner, keeping mid one on the back line, and we'll use the end of the DD rune to clean up the Naga illusions. And then they can attack that mid tier 2.
Yep.
Watch it go down. She hasn't even activated her aura yet and don't even have the creep wave with them. And they do that damage, take care of the try, make sure there's no shenanigans from Optic to come in behind him.
Yeah, Courier just ran out to the Drow, recipe and base. He has finished BKB. They're waiting for that item because, again, what does Optic do against BKBs? The same issue they had last game. There's nothing they can do to deal damage through it. A Mirana does not count as physical damage when you're running around with Maelstrom and an ultimate orb.
It's sentries, observers down. Secret on the run out. They found a target. It's going to be FATA, but then again, Gem True Sight on 33. They have the reveal. They're going to dust just as well. Arrow, perfect connection, and FATA will fall. 331 gold. You thought he'd be worth more?
I think you take that
Peter.
secret.
He is just running, edicting down that mid tower, lightning onto Puppey. They're trying to chain these kills. A perfect stun for PPD. Puppey still gets the Mystic Flare to get a revenge kill. Captain on captain action. Zai stopping the fun. Everybody have a bit of a sleep. Brewmaster was starting for the split. He wanted to turn the Song of the Siren off, but now Optic, they really don't know if they want to be part of this fight or not. After buyback from Beastmaster, they say no.
The big thing for Optic is they saved the brew split there. So now they aren't necessarily screwed when Secret decide, hey, we're going to just run up the high ground. They can't. They fear split even though Song is down, so they'll take a Shrine instead. You don't mind that buyback. The Beastmaster finishing a Solar Crest isn't really a huge deal. He has the items that matter. Necro 3 Shadow Blade, and of course, Inities.
Damn, 400 gold.
Yep. He doesn't need damage, right?
No.
You have a Drow.
He's immortal. Like, it's like those games where you have like, hey, a Viper who's got nothing but defensive items but doesn't have a drone. Like, where's her damage? And then you realize just how well the Drow Ranger lineup works. It's giving plus 65 damage to Ace, but then it's the combination with everything else you were talking about. The Inner Beast aura, and then having the dominated Alpha Wolf. Right now, I don't think they actually have, they don't have the Wolf.
They catapult this time. But you can give it extra damage. That Drow aura is still able to be popped. Bounty Rune spawned. Looks like FATA claimed 2 of them.
A full Solar Crest in for FATA.
I mean, Secret at this point, you just have to group up, make sure you don't tank. You can't lose 2 heroes. Once again, there's this window of opportunity for Optic to claim a teamfight victory. It only lasts about 10 to 15 seconds, and it shrinks with every BKB Secret picks up. And right now, you've got one on Drow, you've got one on Gyro, and they have an Aegis and Cheese.
Yeah.
It's go time.
And they have Alpha Wolf.
Yeah.
All right.
Boom.
Look for the fight. They're smoked up and with the axes that flies right underneath Observer and Sentry Ward. Think their smoke concept has been a little bit exposed.
Love that word from Puppey. He snuck into the bottom side of the base during that smoke. They'll see that area. And they just walk up the high ground.
Yep, send the units and do the work. Maybe don't want to lose that Alpha Wolf, but then running out of the Blood Rite takes too long. Optic, they're going to wrap around the back. Fortification will buy a little bit more time. And Song of the Siren, how many heroes do you catch? Look where FATA is. He's inside the base. Do you get the 2 in the back line? Rubik, they're actually focusing the supports, but the defensive Yule Scepters and Blink away. You don't get anything in Song of the Siren. It's stolen by YapzOr. But they isolate CC&C. He's BKB'd up. That's why that's not working. PPD surrounded on all sides. And that's 3 heroes down for Optic. No buyback available. Make it 4 in just a second. Mid one will at least go down to 33. Begins the TP out. Cannot complete it. The Yule Scepter is still available from the Rubik. So 33 will die. Puppey is the man with the double kill. And Drow Ranger being down is the best news Optic have had all day. And it comes at the worst time.
I think you buy back.
GG. GG. They just call it. It's done. Rightly so.
What a game from Secret. An unconventional draft, but I mean, is Drow lineup really ever out of style?
It never is.
Yeah,
especially when you can fifth pick it and then you commit to the push.
Yep.
That's what I liked most about Secret. They just kept going at it. Just racking up the auras, perfect itemization once more, and just kept going.
And it felt like they just executed their game plan efficiently. They knew what they wanted to do. They traded